Hey guys, what's up? Murder of Birds here. Welcome back to the channel. So we are back getting into One Piece with episode 3. This is going to be my reaction to it. Just finished watching episode 2, getting into the whole marine base situation with Captain Morgan and dealing with the situation here so that way Luffy can recruit Zoro into his pirate crew to go to the Grand Line to search for the One Piece and everything. And again, similar to how I discussed in the last episode's discussion, I love Luffy's carefree, spirited energy as an anime protagonist. The fact that he is head empty, he has no filter. I don't even think bro thinks before he does things. I think he just does things and he doesn't have like a conscious level of just to stop and take in everything and actually devise a strategy and a plan. He just walks into the place and just does whatever he wants. And I think that's hilarious given the fact that he seems very simple-minded and he just has like a one-track mind to just do whatever it is he's aiming and committed to doing. Like Zoro, he's like, I want you in my pirate crew. Don't care what you have to say. It's not like I asked you for your opinion. I'm going to go get your swords and come back, and then we're going to go off and do our thing. And Zoro's just like, who the hell is this guy? So I just love Luffy's nature. It's unlike any other character that I feel like I've been exposed to in my time watching anime. Like, there's Goku, there's Naruto, there's level of denseness with those characters, even Gon, you know what I mean? But like Luffy is just like, this is only 3 episodes in, right? The first 2 episodes is all that I've had to be exposed of from him. And he just seems very earnest is the best way I can put it. And so I'm very eager and excited to see how things are going to go. It seems like Zoro is ultimately going to be his first mate, his first recruit for his Straw Hat crew, which is really exciting. Nami is also kind of skulking around doing her own thing. I feel like her and Luffy are going to have multiple encounters where Luffy's like, hey, I've been seeing you around so much, you might as well just join my pirate crew. So I'm wondering how her situation is going to play out. For Zoro as a character, at least, they definitely are like upping like the badassery factor for him. The music that was playing, the introduction that they gave him with the red eyes and like the dark aura, kind of looking like a demon almost. And I'm sure he's a badass. I'm sure he's wild on the battlefield. He's considered to be a pirate hunter. And a lot of people are scared of him and the reputation that brings along with it. So I'm very excited to see Zoro's story. It seems like they were touching up on a little bit of his backstory of like his youthful innocence, him and a buddy of his, and I think something happened to his friend or his friend died, and so he uses that as a motivation to fight, to stay alive no matter the cost, even if it means being crucified in a field for a month, you know, with nothing to eat. He still wants to be able to, I think his goal really is to just survive at the end of the day. And even with this situation, I think now they're going to try to liberate this settlement area from the marine base that's here. Clearly, they are giving a very different interpretation of like what the Marine Navy is all about with this Captain Morgan individual and his son. And they're basically terrorizing the place. Captain Morgan seems to have a little bit of a superiority complex where he's like, I'm number 1. I'm the highest rank. Therefore, my word is law. And then Luffy just shows up and like gum punches him or something. And I feel like that's going to be the end of it. Or maybe Zoro will slice him into a million pieces. Who knows? Another thing, too, before we jump into the reaction, I have dedicated myself to making sure that I stay up to date with information, character moments, world building, and lore. I really only do this with lore-dense video games like Genshin Impact, for example, but I have a dedicated One Piece notebook that I am dedicating to remembering things and keeping tasks on things, new information that gets present episode to episode, because over the course of the 1,000 episodes that I'm hoping to watch and catch up with, I feel like there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of names, locations, concepts, and just general lore information that I'm going to need to take part in. So for right now, I've just listed out the antagonists, the supporting characters, and some of the tech that Luffy has used with his gum. So we have Alvida, who is technically Luffy's first official win and the first pirate that he encountered. I don't think she's dead. She just like flew off into the water or whatever, so we might see her again potentially. I'm not sure. It almost feels like these are villains of the week, right? Alvida, the female pirate, Captain Morgan, who we're dealing with in this episode. And then we have some of the supporting characters, Koby, Nami, and Zoro. And then we also have some of the tech that I wrote here. So we have the gum fruit, which is Luffy's Devil Fruit, and he has Gum Gum Rocket and Gum Gum Pistol, which I decided to write there just because I think it's cool that Luffy kind of like names his arsenal of techniques and attacks and stuff like that, and I'm sure it's only going to get crazier and more wild as time goes on. So it's not a lot of notes, it's just like a little passage. It's the first couple of episodes, but I'm sure this is going to become a lot more lively as the series goes on, and so that way I stay up to date with everything and nothing kind of slips by me. That's why I have the notebook, and I'm going to make sure that I reference this and utilize this moving forward so everything is kind of on the same page. So yeah, with all of that said, we are going to be jumping into episode 3. Big thank you for all of you guys supporting these videos on YouTube and especially Patreon. If you guys are interested in early access content, upwards of 2 weeks early access is available if you guys are interested. But with all that said, let us continue with episode 3. I hope you guys enjoy. All right, everybody, we're going to be jumping into One Piece with episode 3. Big thank you for all of the support of these videos. I hope you guys are enjoying my One Piece journey. And yeah, very excited to see also how Zoro and Luffy officially form a partnership with this pirate crew. Very excited to see the final conclusion of this little struggle here. So with all that said, we're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, okay, so this is basically a little mini recap as to what just happened in the last episode. I'm Luffy. I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Yeah, that's how the last episode ended. All right, cool, cool, cool. Oh, and that's how this one starts. Sweet. Morgan versus Luffy. Who's the mysterious pretty girl? Oh, Nami? Nami's coming through again, I think. King of the pirates is king of the pirates. I mean, you don't look the part. You know Gold Roger, you know? Gold Roger kind of left an impression on who would be the king of pirates, you know? Gonna obtain the world's ultimate treasure, the One Piece. What I'm actually curious about too, God, that's such a giant ass smile he has. Holy shit. Yeah, he's like, I don't know which one's yours, so I brought all 3. All 3 are his, exactly. It obviously reminds me of Killer Bee, but Killer Bee was like using 8 swords. So you'll join my crew? I guess. That's crazy. What I was gonna say was, I wonder what's going to be I wonder what action. He's eaten one of those rumored devil fruit. Yeah, so he knows about the devil fruit too. Oh, devil fruit lore! Oh, is this how many there are? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, it shows 15 here. I'm assuming there might be more. There's a whole world of pirates out there. Whoever eats one is said to gain seemingly unworldly abilities. Oh, this is huge. And yo! Breathe fire, create tsunamis? Oh, I was right. I guess there is a fire fruit, or a soon fruit for like the tsunami. I don't know if there's a lore as to like what these devil fruits are, where they came from, who created them. Is there a god of this world? I have no idea. But like, do you really think you can stop someone with unworldly power? Also, what I was trying to say earlier is I wonder what is going to be the turning point where people start seeing Luffy as a tangible like threat to the One Piece. Oh, yo! Oh, holy shit! He just like, oh, and one's in his mouth. Holy shit, Zoro has awakened. Brother, I'll be a pirate, I promise you that. I'm officially a criminal now that I fought the Navy. Oh my God, this is so peak. To become the world's greatest swordsman. If I wind up having to give that up, you'd better accept responsibility and apologize to them. Yo, Luffy, king of the pirates, world's greatest freaking swordsman. That's crazy for a pirate crew. Also, I'm surprised that he can talk with a sword handle in his mouth. That's crazy. All right, so is Captain Morgan just another villain of the week? Gum Gum Whip, another one? Oh. Brother, Luffy's cracked. So I wonder if this Captain Morgan has the devil fruit, because how does he, I mean, the best he has is an axe for a hand, which is like, I don't know, man, that seems a little whack, honestly, comparatively. Luffy is literally popping off right now. Crush the Navy. I got you, Koby. Oh, he blocked it. Yo, pop off, King. Navy Captain Axe Hand Morgan. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. He's like, nice to meet you. That's funny. Wow. Okay, this is actually a pretty intense fight. I like this. Luffy's about to body the captain of the army, or the Navy rather, this Navy base. Sheesh, the flourish is crazy. Luffy, chill. Luffy's so one-track minded, he doesn't even notice. All right, Zoro, you gotta like cut this guy's sword into like a bajillion pieces. Give it up, stupid son. Koby. Kobe's already ready to die, so if you kill him, it's not gonna change anything. Luffy's gonna piece up this guy. Oh, wait, or maybe Zoro will. Oh, wait, what the hell? Zoro! Holy shit, what a team! Hey, it's official, Captain. Wow. All right. Like father, like son over here. Look at him. Looking dumb. Looking stupid. Dude, these two are clean. Holy shit. I'm so glad they're working together. Woohoo! Oh, look at that. And the crew's all happy too. They're like, thank God this freaking guy's gone. I finally love my job again. Holy moly. Yo, just give Koby the reins. He can probably take over. He'll probably do a better job. Oh, but it said the episode, yeah, it was saying mysterious, beautiful, pretty woman or pretty lady. I was like, Nami? Oh, is she just here to steal shit? She's like a marauder. What the hell? What is she looking for? Doesn't seem to be in here either. Oh, is she trying to be Buggy? Captain Buggy. Oh, what the hell? Is this the clown? Buggy the Immortal. Damn, bro, literally yoinked it. Buggy the Immortal. Is that a clown pirate? Buggy the Immortal. So I wonder if, does he have an immortal gum fruit? I have no idea. Why is he known as the Immortal? Hey, they saved the place. Hey, oh my God, he looks great. Luffy, look at you, Mr. Anime Shonen protagonist. You're the first one. You're the first mate. That's such an honor. The future pirate king and the best swordsman ever. Oh, that's a little embarrassing, not gonna lie. Hey, everyone, you gotta start somewhere. The straw hat. Yeah, I was gonna say the straw hat flag. Oh, that's so cool. Hey, that's the future eventually, you know? I think Luffy was born without the sense of thinking ahead of time. Like, he's just in the moment, always. Also, I really want some fish now that I'm seeing him eat that. Luffy, you need like 3 or 4 more crew members before you're ready for that. Oh, the world map. Okay. Yo, what the heck? Look at that sea serpent. The giant continent that cuts in is the red line. There's a town in the middle of the red line, and the grand line goes through it at a right angle, and stretches across the world. Gold Roger, look at this Giga Chad. Once obtained everything the world had to offer, and before he died, he said he left the great One Piece treasure. He left the One Piece treasure there, and that's what everyone and their mother is fighting for. Good Lord. I feel like Luffy doesn't even want the One Piece. Like, he's just going there because he wants to go there. I literally feel like he's not even gonna want it. His One Piece are the friends he's gonna make along the way. Watch. Aww. I hope we see him again. Koby was nice. I never tried to fight for anything, but you taught me how to live for my beliefs. Hell yeah. Yo, Koby could upgrade too. I know there's a bit of a time skip in the future, so I wonder if we'll end up seeing him again when he joins the Navy, actually. Yeah, that'd be really cool. You did spend 2 years on Alvida's pirate ship. Exactly. Which means you're hardened enough. Oh. Yo, are they gonna hire him? Oh shit, hold on, wait. It's like, we appreciate it, but we also have to like arrest you. Okay. Hey, that's nice. He's like, hey, we're giving you a head start to get out of here. Luffy's like, hey, you know what? Thanks for the food, lady. We're out of here. I feel like they're gonna hear about Luffy's journey over the course of... Look at these guys are so fucking cool. Look at them. Join the Navy. Come on, Koby, be real. Come on, Luffy. Explain. Give him... Come on. He was her hostage. Her hostage. Shut your goddamn mouth, Luffy. Oh my God. Luffy, please, brother. Oh my God. Bro just wanted... He's like, I'm gonna get my lick back before I leave. No one punches me. The future king of all pirates. Ah, there it is. Okay. He wanted to separate them, distance them. He did that on purpose. I fuck with Luffy so hard. He's so goated. He purposely got me riled up to make me hit him. You better join the Navy now. Otherwise, it's a betrayal on Luffy for everything he did for you. Let's go. Let me join the Navy. Let's go. Talk to him, kid. Talk to him. He's like, I'm going to be your boss one day. Countless comrades of ours have been killed by pirates. Don't take the Navy lightly. Let's go! I hope we see him again. Oh, that'd be so great. Koby levels up. Nami's literally on the move. She does not stay in one place for too long. She's right next door to Luffy. Look at him. I love him. Look at him. Let's meet again sometime. Thank you for liberating us from that asshole Morgan. Oh, look at that. They respect Luffy. Aww. Luffy's first friend too, technically, Koby. Our salute is now in violation. Oh, I love this. I'm sure we'll meet again sometime, somewhere, Luffy. Even if we're divided as pirate. Oh, that's interesting. He's gonna be a part of the Navy. Luffy's gonna be like a wanted criminal pirate, and they're gonna cross paths in the future. I believe it. Well, as long as this show is going, it'll be criminal if they don't meet again. I will be king of the pirates. Yeah, I wonder where this motivation came from. Yeah, is there a reason? It's just... I swore to a certain man someday I would gather a great crew and find the world's treasure and become king of... Yeah, the guy from the intro. He gave Luffy his hat. Wow. I'm assuming we're gonna learn about that person. I don't even know. I still don't know who they are. Interesting. So I wonder if that was like another pirate. I'm on board. Let's see where the journey takes us. Ah, that was a great episode. To be continued. I love it. So I haven't even started the journey yet. I've taken maybe half of a step forward in the grand scheme of things for where this show goes and the pacing of it and how, you know, we get further with every arc and with every season and whatnot. But I really love the charm and the straightforward, like, adventure-esque nature of the show thus far. I think Luffy is really carrying a lot of the enjoyment for me in particular. Being unlike any other anime protagonist, shonen protagonist that I've been exposed to in my time of watching anime. And it's such a very different vibe. Maybe it's the pirate life, maybe it's the maritime themes. But yeah, I really loved this first encounter and this first official recruitment of ZORO. Like, we got him in the first half, and then during the second half, they were just kind of like lounging and relaxations a little bit. We got a little bit of personality from ZORO. He's not like this power hungry, like, swordsman or whatever. Like, obviously he has his own goals, motivations, ambitions that he wants to strive for. He wants to be the world's greatest swordsman. And he's learning like he's learned this like 3-sword technique, which looks pretty badass in action. Like, bro is literally willing to cut down the entire like a navy base basically to help Luffy and to secure the safety of the common people, which was really nice. But Luffy, man, I think him as a protagonist, like, I already like him right now, and I feel like I've gotten a very surface level approach of what this character's potential is and how much he has yet to evolve and grow and adapt beyond, you know, just like the headstrong, like head empty, you know, goes for whatever he sees kind of a mindset and vibe right now, when it's just him. And now it's him and ZORO, and then it's going to be him, ZORO, and Nami, and then Sanji's going to get involved, and Usopp, and however other many characters are going to get involved as the show goes on. I was trying to get this thought process out during the reaction, but I kept getting distracted with another scene and then another scene and another scene. But I'm wondering, like, right now, Luffy's just kind of being seen as like a joke. Right? Every time he comes in contact with someone and he's like, I'm going to be king of the pirates, it kind of, people just laugh at him, because when you think of king of the pirates, you think of like the last person who set that standard, Gold Roger, this absolute like burly Giga Chad looking like king of all pirates who went down and left his treasure for the world to seek out. And then compare that to this scroggly, like, random straw hat kid who just looks like he's not really capable of much, and he doesn't really have any like threatening aura to him. But then you find out he's a devil fruit owner, right? He's a bearer of the devil power, And he just has enough, he has enough motivation, he has enough ambition, he has enough arrogance and ignorance to really do whatever he sets his mind to the point where it even kind of affects those that he's trying to help recruit, like ZORO, who was just like, who the hell is this kid at the beginning of last episode, to where now they're a dynamic duo. And I'm really, really happy. I love their dynamic. I feel like both of them have a lot of things to prove, and have a lot of potential for growth, and their dynamics in general. I'm sure we're going to learn a little bit more about ZORO and like this sword stance and why exactly he wants to be the best swordsman, given the fact that the little bit of flashback that we saw of him and his friend where he was considered weaker than his friend. And the way that flashback implied, it seemed like his friend died or something happened, and now ZORO wants to be strong and he wants to be regarded as the best of the best within swordsmanship. So I'm curious about ZORO's backstory and everything that has to do with his reasons for joining, you know, the future king of the pirates. You know what I mean? And so I love that ZORO is the first mate. I feel like I'll always consider him to be Luffy's right-hand man. I hope they even each other out to an extent. I don't know if ZORO is just as stubborn and just as dim-witted and just as arrogant and I don't know. I just hope he's not as much as aloof as Luffy is most of the time. But the episode was great. I love that they touched up a little bit more on the devil fruit. So I was talking about this at the beginning, I think, of the beginning of this episode or the end of the last episode, but I'm kind of curious. Like, my main excitement for lore right now is definitely the devil fruits. They showed like the images of the devil fruits. It showed 15 in the form of a cross. I don't know if there's only 15 in the world or if that was just for like visual aid to just kind of give you an idea. Like, these are actual fruit, and if you consume one, you get these powers. They mentioned the power to breathe fire, the power to create tsunamis. Obviously, Luffy's is the power to become like properties of rubber, so he's like a rubber man. And I was talking about that. I was like, I wonder if there's a fire fruit or a thunder fruit. I don't know if it's the double names, right? So gum, fire, or whatever. And so it seems like there are these really interesting devil fruits that give people like an ungodly level of a power spike compared to the average pirate. So far, it's only been Luffy, but I'm wondering when Luffy is going to come across someone that also has a devil fruit. I still have the other questions of like, can one person eat and utilize multiple devil fruit abilities? Can one person share the same devil fruit? If I take a bite and then someone else takes a bite, like, I don't know how the power is dispersed, if it has to be holistically consumed in order for the power to be inherited. Where do the devil fruits come from? Who created them? You know what I mean? Do they just exist in the world without any type of lore explanation? I'm curious. And like, what are the depths of a devil fruit? Can a devil fruit's powers be tapped into? Can they be improved? Can they evolve? You know, I'm trying to think of like abilities and other kind of power scaling techniques, like the Super Saiyan state. You know, in the beginning, it was like, oh, Super Saiyan's the end-all be-all, and then there was Ascended Saiyan, then Super Saiyan 2, then 3, then 4, and then fusions, and then, you know, Super Saiyan, you know, Ultra Instinct, and all this other stuff. So I assume One Piece has levels of power scaling. I'm not entirely sure of, like, the entire concept. I know that, like, the phases of gears is with Luffy in particular, so I don't know if that's a Luffy thing, or if that's a Devil Fruit thing, or if that's something that other devil fruit users can do too, where they can like level up and have transformations and evolve and stuff like that too. So really happy that they at least touched up on devil fruits. Captain Morgan seems to know a thing or two about it. It doesn't seem like it's something that everyone in the world is privy to, because as of right now, it's just a rumor. I wonder if Gold Roger had a devil fruit, now that I'm thinking about it, because he was the king of the pirates. So I'd be shocked if someone in the world is in the Grand Line right now and doesn't have a devil fruit who's trying to also find the One Piece. Like, I'd genuinely just be shocked, because it seems like devil fruits kind of clear anyone that doesn't have one. Unless someone is just that goated and they're just that good of a pirate and they're that good of a leader where they don't need like a power buff like that to be able to fight for themselves or defend themselves or their army or their crew or whatever the case might be. But yeah, I'm just curious about the different levels and scales of power. ZORO obviously wants to be the strongest swordsman, so I wonder does he get a buff? If he doesn't get a devil fruit, there has to be, beyond devil fruit, I'm wondering if there has to be a different level of power scaling, because it would just be lame if the only level of power scaling is just, oh, you have a devil fruit. It's either you do or you don't. You know what I mean? So I'm curious if anyone besides Luffy's squad is going to have one. And yeah, that's my most anticipated piece of lore that I hope gets fleshed out and explained. I hope we meet more people with devil fruits and we get to see the different varieties and aspects of it. We did get another Gum Gum ability from Luffy. It was Gum Gum Whip, which he used his foot to like sweep all of the soldiers, which was kind of cool. So that's another technique of his. So he has the whip, the pistol, and the rocket. So yeah, Luffy's arsenal looks great. I love the animations that they have. I love the action sequences whenever we get them. Captain Morgan seems to be dealt with. Like I said, I don't know if he's necessarily dead or if he's just out of commission, because he is considered the captain. Also, the Marines is the army. So like Marine Blue, I guess this is just or Marine, I don't know if it was Marine Blue or Marine Base, because this arc is called East Blue. So I guess this Marine base is just a part of the grander army, and this is just like an outpost that's on this island. And so these guys are regarded as the government, the authorities of the area. And so this guy was just acting up, and so he got dealt with, which is understandable. But yeah, I'm happy with how the episode wrapped up. Zoro and Luffy are official. They're on this rinky-dink little boat, which I agree. Like, obviously, Luffy's gonna need to upgrade the more people he gets. I don't know. So again, I got a little distracted. I tried mentioning during the reaction, but I'll mention it here in full. I wonder what's going to be the catalyst. What's going to be the event that make people see Luffy as like this clown that like, oh, wow, this guy wants to be king of the pirates. Yeah, sure. Good luck with that, buddy. What is going to transition people's mindsets from viewing Luffy as a joke to like acknowledging him as an actual threat, as an actual equal, as someone worthy of becoming Pirate King? Like, that's the one thing, because right now, everyone that he talks to that he mentions Pirate King, everyone just kind of scoffs or laughs, or they're like, what the hell? What do you mean? What are you talking about? And obviously, it seems like a pie-in-the-sky dream because he barely has a crew. He doesn't really have any kind of game plan. It doesn't seem like he thinks before he acts. He just does things. And so, from my perspective, I kind of wonder, it has to be something on a grand scale. Like, maybe he tussles with someone that's well regarded in the area, and then word spreads, and they're like, oh, have you heard about the Straw Hat pirate crew, like run by Monkey D. Luffy? He's trying to be the king of pirates, and then his name gets out there, and then by word of mouth, he just eventually becomes renowned. That's another thing that I'm interested in. Obviously, I feel like he has to develop his crew. He definitely has to get a better ship. And then, I don't know, like, it seems like he's going to be like a good-natured pirate, because most of the pirates or most of the adversaries that we've dealt with in the episode so far, episode 1, 2, and 3, it just seems like there's a lot of corruption and just, it's like the wild west of the ocean. Like, people are just doing what they want. They're pillaging other ships. They're taking their loot. And it doesn't seem like there doesn't seem to be like any kind of structure in the world. Like, everyone's just kind of like out for themselves. And so maybe Luffy and his pirate crew, like the Straw Hat gang, will be regarded as like, maybe they are all in it for their own different motivations. Obviously, at the end of the day, they want to be regarded as pirates. They want to be taken seriously. And, you know, going to the Grand Line, searching for One Piece is going to be their ultimate overarching motivation and goal. But along the way, maybe they'll deal with nefarious pirate number 1, nefarious pirate number 2. Maybe they'll liberate this settlement. Maybe they'll help out these settlers, or, you know, maybe they'll join forces with this other pirate group that's dealing with X, Y, or Z situation. And over the course of the show, they'll end up building like this paragon good guy like reputation for themselves. I'm not entirely sure. I have no idea. Maybe they'll get involved with the government. Maybe the government won't like what they're doing either, because as pirates, they are seen as like, you are like an enemy of the state kind of thing, right? Where even these Marine guys gave them a heads up and they were like, hey, you need to leave here. We don't want your kind here. You know what I mean? Kind of vibe. But at the same time, they were still willing to respect them for the fact that they helped to liberate them from Captain Morgan. They helped the settlers. And as a whole, like even getting Koby an opportunity to like stick up for himself and join the Navy, which I think I genuinely believe that we'll see him again, maybe in a time skip, maybe in a future sequence. But it'd be kind of cool to just go through a time skip and see Koby again, where he's like leveled up, he's more mature, he's more experienced. Maybe he does become that Navy officer that he proclaimed in this episode. I think that'd be really cool to just show that the world's evolving and the world's developing even when Luffy's not on the screen. You know what I mean? Or even when Luffy's not present in a certain area, that area is thriving and surviving and doing its own thing in the meantime. You know, that would just be a really cool aspect of world building, in my opinion. Nami is also still skulking around. She's looking for stuff. I guess she was looking for a map chart of the Grand Line. Why she wants that, I don't know. How she assumes she'll get there on her own is anyone's guess. But she ended up finding, I guess this place got bamboozled by Buggy the Immortal. He looked like a clown pirate. And so I'm assuming Buggy is going to be a character that, I think I remember Buggy, actually. I think I thought Buggy, I think it's Buggy the Clown. I thought they were the first rival of Luffy's, but apparently it was Alvida in the last episode, in the first episode, and then Captain Morgan. And so maybe this Buggy character will come up pretty soon during this arc, no doubt. And I don't know, maybe we'll learn a little bit more about Nami's situation. She seems like she's ripe for eventually joining the pirate gang sooner rather than later. I don't know if she's going to be the next recruit technically after Zoro, or if it's going to be after Usopp. I don't really know the order of characters that join. I just know the characters that are inevitably going to join. But I'm expecting the pirate crew will be finalized at this point, like during this arc, this East Blue arc, which is 60-something episodes. And then we'll go to the Grand Line and we'll figure out what the next course of action is. But overall, I loved this episode. I don't know if you guys can tell. There was a lot to discuss. There's a lot to just think about and speculate on. It's just a very exciting slice of like what's going to happen next. Like even now, like we got to this place in episode 2. We're leaving at the end of episode 3. They just gave us like a little bit of a tease of the character in the intro that gave Luffy his straw hat. And Luffy wants to become king of the pirates. He wants to seek out One Piece because this man, like he told this certain man that was his goal. And so I don't know who this person is. He's got red hair. He's got like 3 slashes on his eyes in the intro. I don't know who this person is, but this might tie into Luffy's backstory. And so we might get a little bit more information on like Luffy's motivations for what caused him to go on this journey and to go down this path, essentially. So I was talking about that at the end of the last episode. So I'm glad that they're hopefully going to be touching up on that and moving forward with that plot before we get any further with other character recruitments. But that is everything. Those are my thoughts. Sorry for yapping. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to say. There's a lot I want to like express and share just because this is just really exciting for me. You know, getting into One Piece for the first time, I want to be as thorough and as expansive with my thought process for anybody who's interested in hearing my thoughts and seeing my reactions as I catch up to the series. And definitely looking forward to talking to my friends about this as I watch a few more episodes and get further into the first season. But that's everything. Those are my thoughts, theories, speculations. I would love to know what you guys think about anything that I mentioned, or even your thoughts of these episodes upon reflection of my videos in the comment section down below. I'm eager to see what happens now. Luffy, Zoro are officially a duo, and they need a better ship. They need a couple of more crew count. And from that point on, you know, it's off to the Grand Line at that point, which we have to get to the Red Line and then to the Grand Line. And so there's a lot of stuff to get through before then. So really excited to see where it goes. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you for supporting and watching these videos in full. And yeah, I hope to see you guys all in the next one. Take care.